Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Learning Path. This is Dr. B. Meena, Associate Professor, Head Department of Commerce, and Vice Principal Shift 1 from Petition College of Arts and Science, Adaya, Chennai. In this video, you are going to learn how to calculate the labor cost to the employer. Click the I button to watch my playlist video to understand more understanding on the cost concepts. Let me check one problem, how to calculate the labor cost to the employer. From the following data, prepare a statement showing cost per man day of 8 hours. Before explaining this problem, first of all, have an understanding about this title, the topic. The topic is labor cost to the employer. Usually, when you started working, your friends may ask you, what's your CTC? What's the expansion of CTC? Company's total costs. If you are going to be an employee, what is the cost to your proprietor, to your employer in the way of giving salary? Okay. So what is the company's total cost or the employer when the terms of giving wages or salary? So when the company is working out what is the labor cost to the employer in the way of paying wages or salary, the information relating to the contributions of whatever contributions of the employee, like towards PF or towards ESI, these contributions are irrelevant for calculating labor cost to the employer. So we must ignore all employees contribution towards either PF or ESI in order to calculate the labor cost to the employer. So again, I'm repeating, whenever you are going to calculate the labor cost to the employer, you must ignore the contributions made by the employees, like contribution towards PF, contribution towards ESI by the employees when you are calculating labor cost. Okay. And you understand the meaning, what is a labor cost? In the way of paying wages and salary, what is the cost incurred by the proprietor or the employer or the owner of the company when he is going to pay the wages and salary to his employees. So look at the problem. By understanding the solution, you will come to know what is labor cost to the employer. From the following data, prepare a statement showing cost per man day of 8 hours. Cost per man day of 8 hours. What do you mean by that? What is the cost, labor cost to the employer for a single day? A single day is always that is for 8 hours only. That's what they are asking, cost per man day of 8 hours. So look at the information one by one. Basic salary and DA 3,000 per month. Leave salary 6% of the basic and DA. Employees contribution of the PF 6% of A plus B. Employers contribution of the PF 6% of A plus B. Number of working hours in a month 200. Why this information is given for this problem? Number of working hours in the month 200, because we need to calculate the labor cost per man day of 8 hours. But the information about the salary is for a month. So we need to convert these details for a month into a day. That's what the information for number of working hours in a month was given. So 200 working hours in a day and in a month, and then 8 hours in a day. So truly speaking, how many days only is worked for the month? First of all, we need to work out. Look at this working notes. And I want to make a reminder about the note whenever you are calculating the labor cost per man day of 8 hours. Employees contribution to PF or ESI, whatever contribution made by the employee, it's irrelevant for the calculation of labor cost. Look at the working hours. Calculation of working days in the month. Number of working hours in a month as per the problem was given 200 hours. And then working hours per day was given 8 hours. Whether it is given or not, we must know the working hours per day, the normal working hours per day. So how many days means working days in a month means 200 hours divided by 8 hours. So hardly speaking, 25 days is the working days in the month. So 25 days working and days we found out. So we will convert all the amounts which is given, that say for example basic salary and DA 3000 per month was given. We need to convert for a day means 3000 divided by 25 days. Okay, let me check the solution. How I work it out the labor cost. Statement showing labor cost per man day of 8 hours. On the left hand side, I have particulars. Right hand side, rupees and pies. So the first item I showed here, basic salary and DA. So 3000 per month. So 25 days I calculate. 3000 is for a month. I want to convert in a day. So I have to divide by 25 days. So 3000 divided by 25, 120 rupees. Okay. Then I'll move on to the second information. Leave salary. What is given about the leave salary? Leave salary 6% on what? The basic and DA. So whatever basic and DA I found out, 120 rupees on that 6% as leave salary. So 7.2 I'll get. If you work it out, 120 into 6%, I'll get 7.2. Okay. Then I will calculate the next item. I will ignore employees contribution. I will ignore because as per the note I given for calculating the labor cost, I should ignore the employees contribution. Next, I will move on to the employer's contribution. Employer's contribution, what they said towards PF, what percentage? 6% on the summation of A and B. What is the summation of A and B as per this problem? A is 120, B is 7.2. So the summation I'll get 127.2. So 127.2 into 6 percentage. If I did this calculation, I'll come to know what is the employer's contribution to the PF is 7.632. So when I'm adding all these three things, I'll come to know the total is 134.832. This is the labor cost per man day of 8 hours as per this problem. So the thing is, whenever I'm going to calculate the labor cost per man day of 8 hours, I need to look into the problem whether information is given for a month. If it is given for a month means I must know how many days as working, truly speaking. So I need to look into the problem. How many hours, working hours is given in the problem. As for this problem, the working hours in a month is 200 hours. And you know very well for each day 8 hours. So 200 hours divided by 8 hours, if I did this calculation, I'll come to know how many days as working days. So why I calculated the working days? Because the information of basic salary and DNS allowance is for a month. So I want to convert for one day means I need to know how many working days. So 3000 divided by 25 days, I'll come to know what is the basic salary and DNS allowance for a day. Then automatically I will move on to the other calculations. I must ignore the employee's contribution whenever I'm going to calculate labor cost to the employer. Let me check one more problem. From the following data, prepare a statement showing the cost per man day of 8 hours. Same question. Basic salary and DA 300 per month. Leave salary to the workman 6% of the basic and DA. Employer's contribution to the PF 6% on the summation of A and B. Employee's contribution is given, which is irrelevant. We will ignore this item. Pro rata expenditure. This is an additional extra item. We are looking into this problem. Pro rata expenditure and amenities to labor 25 per head per month. So 25 rupees the company is going to spend for each worker for a month. So I want to convert for one day. So 25 divided by 25 days. Rupees 25 divided by 25 days I'll do means I'll calculate the amenities cost is 1 rupee for a worker for a day. Okay. And how I came to know the number of working hours, that is working days is 25 days. The same calculation. Number of working hours in a month is given 200 and 8 hours we know very well for a day. So 200 hours divided by the same working notes. What I explained to you for the previous problem, same working notes I need to follow to calculate the working days in the month. So I'll come to know what is the number of working days, 25 days. So this I did again for this problem. Then I'll move on to the calculation. Statement showing labor cost per man day of 8 hours. Basic salary and DA, which is given 300 per month. I need to convert for a day. So divided by 25 days to 12 rupees. Then next is leave salary, 6% on basic and DA. So 6% into 12 rupees, I'll get 0.72. Then I will move on to the next item, employees contribution to PF 6% on A and B summation. So what is A and B summation? 12 plus 0.72. 12.72 on that 6 percentage. 12.72 into 6 percentage. If I did this calculation means then I'll come to know what is the answer. 0.763. Okay. The next is employees contribution. That is irrelevant for this calculation. I'll move on to the last item, amenities. 25 rupees for a month. Okay, so I want to convert for a day. So how to calculate that? That is very, very important. So pro rata expenditure and amenities to labor, 25 rupees. This is for a month. So I want to convert for a day. So divided by 25 days. Rupees 25 divided by 25 days. So 1 rupee. So 1 rupee for a day for a worker as amenities expenses. So if I am adding all these four items, I'll get 14.483 is a labor cost per man day of 8 hours as per this problem. So I think all of them are able to understand, whoever is looking at this video, how to calculate the labor cost per man day of 8 hours. So whenever you are calculating labor cost per man day of 8 hours, you must ignore the employee's contribution and you must look into the problem. If the information is given for a month, if it is given for a month, you need to convert for a day. So you need to work out how many working days in a month by looking at the number of working hours in a month divided by 8 hours. So this is all about how to calculate the labor cost per man day for a worker as a labor cost to the employer. Thanks for watching my video. See you again next video. Subscribe my channel. Click the I button to have more understanding about the cost concepts while clicking the playlist. Thank you.